What if the Chocolate Hills of the Philippines weren't natural at all, but the ruins of ancient pyramids? Imagine flying over the island of Bohol in the Philippines and looking down at a landscape that seems almost too perfect to be real. More than 1,200 cone-shaped mounds stretch across the countryside, each one rising with uncanny symmetry. To the casual tourist, they are a natural wonder. To scientists, they are a geological marvel. But to many others around the world, they whisper of something more mysterious. Some say these hills are not hills at all, but ancient pyramids, buried structures built by a forgotten civilization that left no written record, no ruins, only these strange shapes. Online theories connect them to Atlantis, to Lemuria, even to lost empires of giants that once ruled the earth. The Chocolate Hills have become a canvas on which imagination paints its wildest ideas. Tonight we'll ask the question, what if those theories were true? What if the Chocolate Hills really were pyramids? And then, at the end, we'll turn back to science to see what these hills truly are and why the truth is no less spectacular than the myth. For centuries, the Chocolate Hills have carried stories. Local folklore tells of giants who once roamed Bohol, hurling stones at each other until their feud left behind these mounds. Another legend speaks of a heartbroken giant who wept until his tears hardened into hills. These myths, colorful and dramatic, hint at how extraordinary the landscape must have looked to the first people who lived here. To walk among these rolling hills is to step into a dreamscape, so regular in form that it feels almost sculpted by hand. It is from this sense of wonder that modern speculation grew. If ancient Egyptians built pyramids, if the Maya raised stone temples, then surely these too could be monuments of a forgotten race. The human mind seeks patterns, and in the Chocolate Hills it finds a pattern too symmetrical to ignore. Enter the internet age, and the Chocolate Hills found new life as a mystery. Conspiracy theorists, pseudo-archaeologists, and alternative historians began circulating images suggesting the hills were not natural, but man-made. The logic was simple. Their shapes looked too uniform to be accidental. Some claimed the hills were covered pyramids, their stone cores buried under centuries of soil and grass. Others connected them to myths of Atlantis or Lemuria, proposing that a prehistoric global civilization once linked the Philippines to Egypt, Peru, and Central America. Viral videos edited the hills with glowing pyramid outlines, fueling the imagination of millions. While there has never been a single archaeological discovery to support these claims, the sheer visual power of the Chocolate Hills keeps the speculation alive. When geologists looked closely, they found a story written not in myth, but in stone. The Chocolate Hills are made of limestone and ancient coral deposits, uplifted millions of years ago when the seabed rose to form Bohol. Over ages, rainwater, slightly acidic, dissolved the softer layers, carving the hills into their near-perfect cones. This process, known as karst topography, is found in other parts of the world, but rarely on this scale or with such symmetry. Each hill is between 30 and 120 meters tall, with slopes so even they resemble mounds poured from a giant mold. Scientists date their formation to tens of thousands of years ago, shaped slowly by nature's patient hand. Far from being man-made, the Chocolate Hills are monuments of geological artistry. So if science explains them, why do so many still believe they are pyramids? The answer lies in psychology and culture. Humans are storytellers. We prefer mysteries to mundane explanations, and we often elevate our surroundings into something grander than nature alone. In a world where YouTube videos and social media thrive on shocking claims, saying the Chocolate Hills are pyramids brings more attention than saying they are limestone formations. There is also pride at play. The idea that the Philippines might host hidden pyramids ties into the desire for a glorious ancient past. Myths persist because they fulfill emotional needs: identity, wonder, meaning. In that sense, even false stories about the Chocolate Hills reveal the very real power these hills have over the human imagination. What if the Chocolate Hills really were pyramids? It's a question that sparks curiosity, inspires legends, and feeds into global myths of lost civilizations. But in truth, they are something even more remarkable. natural formations sculpted by water, stone, and time into near-perfect shapes that rival human architecture. The Chocolate Hills remind us that nature doesn't need help to amaze us. They are older than any civilization, more enduring than any legend, and more mysterious in their natural beauty than in any invented history. The real wonder is not what humans might have built, but what the Earth itself has shaped, an artistry beyond imagination standing for millions of years in the heart of the Philippines.